Formula E, the racing series dedicated to sustainability. An FAA homologated series that is all electric and all very weird. Formula E cars have all sorts of weird little boosts and attack modes and things, and not only that, but they also almost solely run on street circuits with about a bajillion chicanes and hairpins. So I figured I'd like to take a Formula E car out of its element, to the polar opposite, the antithesis of a street circuit. The Nordschleife. This thing makes about 300 horsepower, give or take a few, I believe, and it looks like this. It's a very funny looking car as well. It's like it's got a little hat on. So this is a Gen 2 Formula E car, which is, I think, 2018 to 2019. I believe we're on Gen 3 now. But this is the only mod I could find that was free. So enough yapping, enough stalling. I suppose I better go drive this thing. The first thing you'll immediately notice with this car is, of course, it has no gears because it's electric. So instead... Oh god! Oh, I forget how twitchy this thing is. Right, we're gonna ignore that. But it has no gears. Just one whiny-ass battery. Just off the rip, I'll tell you a couple things about this car. First of all, it is averse to any elevation change or bumps, which is bad for a track that is famous for elevation change and bumps. It is also just kind of sensitive on the rear in general, especially on corner exit, so I'm going to have to be very careful. But other than that, it's got some downforce. It's a pretty quick car. We can do stuff like take flue-plots flat out, which is amazing. You know, it is quite a quick racing car at the end of the day, but they are interesting to drive. You don't really see how quick these things are necessarily, because all of the circuits they race on have like a bajillion chicanes. Ooh, okay, flue-plots was a little scary. Sorry, not flue-plots. Straighten cords. Vauxhall now. We are going to touch that curb. Oh, ooh, ha. Oh, ooh, ah, ooh. Oh, we kept it on track. Okay. This has no ABS or traction control, so that's going to make my life a little harder. Ah, okay. I was, like, practicing a little bit, like, kind of testing it out earlier, and I was driving kind of okay. But the moment I turn on the camera, of course, it gets worse. Generally speaking, it's a game of carrying the most speed you can through a corner so that you can keep as much downforce as possible, because otherwise, again, the rear kind of goes out. So here, for example, I don't want to slow down too much because this car performs kind of better than you think it would. Alright, coming up to the carousel now. I'm not sure if I'll do this on the actual lap. But I think I'd love to try taking the carousel properly on the banking. You should not do this under any circumstance. Oh, had to be so careful through there. It's probably faster to just go around the outside. But that was cool. I think I will go around the outside next time and just not take the banking. I don't see how it's going to be faster. Ooh, gotta be so careful over this crest again. Just such a sensitive rear end, such a sensitive car in general. It feels quite twitchy. Not really taking either of those curbs, mostly because we missed them, but also you might not want to take any in this car. Ooh, this crest is scary, but we managed to make it over. I am curious, as this thing screams for help, what kind of top speed it has. That's almost 260 kilometers an hour. I think once we start going down the hill, we're going to breach that right after the Bilstein Bridge. And indeed we do. That's 260 kilometers an hour. That's what I'd say the top speed is, I think. But okay, up to our first lap, our first flying lap. This thing's brakes aren't phenomenal. More importantly, I'm kind of scared to brake. But okay, across the line. This thing has great downforce, but yeah, not the best brake. Like, it's not like a Formula 1 car. Oh, I immediately screwed up turn 1. It's not like an F1 car where it like, stops on a dime. It's gonna be flat through here. Yup. Not even a question to it. Now through the S's, we're gonna want to be nice and careful. Oh, no! Okay, take 2 at that. Let's see if we can keep the car on the road this time. And maybe get turn 1 a little better. Not really, that was still pretty abysmal. This thing's aversion to bumps is really not helped by the track we're on at all. This thing is very violent when it comes to, you know, changes in road surface and bumps and elevation changes and curbs and anything like that. It likes flat pavement, which of course the street circuits lend greatly to. Be so careful coming out here. Finally getting the confidence to go full throttle up to Flugplatz. I think Flugplatz is fine. Schradenkreuz is much scarier, because Schradenkreuz you have to brake for. At least I think you do. Shall we try and take Schradenkreuz flat? Because Flugplatz is flat. Let's see. Oh, easily. Not even a question about it. I mean, it stops pretty well if you just get the braking right, which is kind of hard. Up to Foxhole. Slow it down for this corner. Ooh. Going a little bit deep into that one, but I think we should be fine. You just gotta be super patient on the throttle. Coming out of any low-speed corner, you just cannot let the car get loose. Ooh, rear end stepped out for a moment there. Even that's pretty terrifying. Generally speaking, though, I feel like I'm not driving a terrible pace. I might be taking it a little safe, but as things go, whew, this car does throw the wheel around a lot. But as things go, it's not too bad. I actually don't hate the way it drives. It's quite... like, the way it throws the wheel around, I know it's partially, you know, just force feedback settings, but it's quite visceral. I actually quite enjoy it. I think Formula E gets a lot of hate sometimes because, you know, it's like, oh, electric vehicles, I hate them. And also, like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of a strange series. But honestly, I might watch it. These cars are cool. I do think the focus on sustainability is really cool. I do wonder, though, because one of the more environmental impacts of motorsport is not the cars racing, but the traveling circus that you get from transporting all the cars and the teams and everything. Because then you have a bunch of buses and planes and stuff just for transporting everything. Ooh, took too much curb there. So I do wonder if Formula E has anything to do with that. Because if not, then it's not that sustainable. Head down to the carousel. Lost traction for a moment there, but we are fine. And we are going to take the carousel around the outside. I know it's not cool, but it is going to be miles quicker. Oh my god, no! Okay, I'm keeping on going. I don't even care. What was that? Why did I lose traction then? Absolute bullshit. Ooh. It's not off track. It's not off track. Yeah, baby. That's what it's about. Alright, we're gonna hit the curbs this time. Ooh, getting a little bit loose on the rear. Gotta really chill over this crest. And then down here. Ooh, the rear end stepped out there, but I did catch it that time. God, I love this section of the Nordschleife, and in this car, it's actually really fun! I'm really enjoying driving this car. Let me know if you guys would be interested in Formula E races, because I would absolutely do that. Do some of the street circuits and stuff, that'd be good fun. Because the racing product of Formula E, I think, is pretty good when it comes to overtakes and stuff. While you're down there commenting, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. It really helps out this channel. This channel's pretty small. If you're already subscribed, thank you. But yeah, please like the video. Please, you know, watch it all the way through. That would be really neat. That'd be really cool of you. I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers at some point, and you specifically watching, your support would mean the world. It's good to know that Schradenkreuz is flat out, and I do kind of like that we're doing a new lap, because it gives me a chance to do Bravery Corner again, and among other things. Gotta be so patient in this corner, because it feels like it keeps going when you're on the inside like that, and you have to just time your throttle really carefully. No! Fuck. I'm hoping that this is going to be our last lap. I might oh! Okay then. I said I'm hoping that this will be our last lap. Let's maybe chill out a little bit. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to be pretty quiet for this lap. Let's see if we can put down a good time. I do actually think some electric cars are just genuinely cool. As I was saying, I do think some electric cars are genuinely quite cool. Like the Volkswagen IDR is a genuinely sick, like, time attack hill climb machine. And it really uses the electric technology well with the kind of interchanging, like, differential. It can go from all-wheel to rear-wheel drive, even to front-wheel drive, I think, although I'm not sure why you'd need that. So I really do think it has its benefits. I'd love to see more electric racing series, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm just gonna stop speaking. Is that fine? We're just gonna do a run. Flat through here. Come on. Just gotta miss all the curbs. Commentary and driving is hard, as it turns out. I am no Jimmy Broadbent. And so, the more I talk, the more my skill levels go down. Because, of course, it's hard to focus on two things at once. Especially as you're as brain dead as I am. I'm just being so safe through all of this. Didn't even go full throttle through that portion. Because I went over the crest and I didn't want to have to spin the car again. Oh, this thing is so scary to drive, man. I like it. I really do. I'm curious on how this would perform in, like, normal circuits and street circuits. But for the Nordschleife, you can really tell it wasn't made for this. Hey, Formula E, though, if you're seeing this, hit me up, dude. I see you doing those, like, celebrity, like, driving things. I'm here. I'm not a celebrity, but I am here, and I can drive. Do me a solid. No, I'm just kidding. I would crash one of these things instantly. If anything, this video is proof that Formula E should not, quote-unquote, do me a solid. Okay, let's just try flat through Bravery Corner. Oh, it's easy. It's not even... The car doesn't even sweat thinking about flat through Bravery Corner. This thing sounds like a jet turbine. It's kind of ridiculous. The last electric car I drove on this channel, come to think of it, was the McMurtry Spearling, which I think was like my second or third video. So I'm happy to see them make a return. I'm going to be so careful coming out of... I didn't even realize I took the carousel. That's just completely muscle memory. But I think there's like a bump on the exit that makes you lose grip. Because I had fully gotten off the carousel that time that I had spun. But I still lost traction. Tell you what I'm very curious about is how this thing's going to handle the jump. I mean, hey, we are driving pretty quick. We just cannot touch this outside curb. Ooh, that would have been really bad. You can see the skid marks from when I've spun before. Not this time, Satan. Now, here comes the jump. I'm going to brake a little bit before, lift off the brake, and then brake again. Pretty okay, actually. The car doesn't die too much. Oh, you can just feel the steering immediately lighten as you come over that corner. It's the most terrifying thing in the world. Second carousel now. Kind of scary. Probably shouldn't have taken it, but it's okay. We're almost done with this lap. Got one more corner until the Dottinger, and then a few more after that. And now we get a break. Whew. Let's take a look at this thing from the outside, shall we? Kind of just sounds like tinnitus, I'm not gonna lie. But okay. Time to finish up this lap. Into the braking zone. Over the curb, because why the hell not? No goddamn way. I don't care. That's not an off track. It doesn't count. Yeah, baby! It was close. But there you have it. A 6-minute 32. And that definitively answers the question. How fast can a Formula E car lap the Nordschleife? That was a lot, but I'm happy to have done it, and I'm happy to have driven this car, and I think I may do so again on the channel. Also, return of the webcam. It's still laggy and bad. Don't know what to do about that, but hey. I'll see you guys again next time. Love you all. Please subscribe. Goodbye.